Hello, everyone. It's Leo, and my voice is a little shaky to talk about episode 16 from You and Idol PreCure because I am a little shaken after the end of this episode. Let's jump right into it because there's a lot to talk about. The episode starts with Madoron reading her book, and there is something about the Heart Kirari lock, which is an item that we were introduced last week. And this item is supposed to give eternal love to two people that love each other and plead eternal love to each other. That is what Madoron thinks that the item does. Later on, we're going to see it's a little different, but it's nice that we have this introduction, and I'm loving the mystery surrounding this item. I also love the connection between Hanamichi Town and Kiraki Land because of this item. I have no idea how or why Madoron has it, but I already love it. I already love Madoron. And after that, we see Uta, Purirun, and Q-chan cleaning Cafe Glitter. And then big news. You and Idol PreCure is very popular now as a group because Trio Dreams has been uploaded on the internet thanks to Purirun. And Purirun gets punished again, but the girls are happy. Purirun is happy. And it's nice. I love that scene when Kokoro and Nana arrive at Cafe Glitter. They're a little like scared. But it's nice that we see a little bit of the comments. There's someone complimenting Kyun's dance abilities. It's very nice. Like, it really feels like they are crafting this show with so much care. Every detail about the characters is so important. I love this. And they're happy that the idol cures are happy. And it's interesting that Purirun doesn't really care much about the punishment anymore. She really wants everyone to see the idol precures because Purirun loves the idol precures. This has been stressed a couple times, and I feel like last week they stressed it again when Purirun told Madoron what she loves. And now it's clear. This episode made it even clearer, and I feel like that's why I'm feeling a little sad over what's going on with Purirun. And then we have Tanaka appearing, saying that because of the popularity of Trio Dreams and the Idol PreCure as a group, they were invited to perform at Hanamichi Town Festival. So the girls got very excited, and they explain what the festival is. And one thing that I feel like this episode was truly amazing, and I feel like the last few episodes of You and Idol have been really good in this aspect, is the visual. It was so beautiful, it was so creative, and I feel like they're able to change things up a little bit and bring lots of colors. There's so much passion in the visual aspect of this show. I am loving the art direction. It was so cool. And so there is this idea that the most famous artists of the moment perform in this festival, and obviously the Idol PreCure are some of the most popular, so they are invited. They are a little like, oh, are we gonna be able to make it? But Uta is very excited, Purirun is very excited too, and they accept the offer. They are going to be performers in Hanamichi Town Festival. And I think that one of the things that I feel like this show is really able to show us is the connection between Purirun and Uta. Sometimes I feel like they share the same brain cell, but I feel like saying that each of them has at least half a brain cell is too much. I just love their personalities. I just love their energy. And I feel like after this episode, I've always loved Purirun, but I feel like I loved Purirun more because Purirun is silly, Purirun is funny. But now there's so much more layer to Purirun. Oh my god, how much I love this little fairy. Oh my god, I am obsessed with Purirun now. It's crazy. And not only because of what happened later that we're going to talk about, but since the start of this episode, I was hooked on Purirun. I feel like some people say that Nana deserves an episode, but Purirun was the one who really deserved an episode for herself because Madoron had episodes for herself, and now it is finally time for Purirun to have a central focus. And I feel like even though this episode had a lot of things going on, Purirun had a huge focus on this. And so the girls, they really want to do a great performance, but for that they have to train. And how can they train? So they ask Tanaka, and I love how they do it because it is their wish of getting better, their wish of putting out the best performance they can. And they are the ones who ask Tanaka to train them. And Tanaka obviously accepts. And I love how this episode wastes no time. So we want to train. Let's bring them to the training, and then the training starts already. It was so much fun seeing them training. We have a lot of different activities. We have a physical activity first, and it was important because before the train, Uta says that not only Uta, Nana, and Kokoro are going to train. No, we have one more member of the Idol PreCure, Purirun. Purirun was included in the training because Purirun is an essential part of Idol PreCure. Even though Purirun is not a cure, Purirun is part of the group. And the girls want Purirun in it. So Purirun is excited. Purirun wants to train with them. And that's what happens. We first have the physical training. And then we have the idol training as well with poses. We have the idol smile first. And then we have the idol wink, which is something Purirun cannot do. This is not the first time that Purirun tries to wink, but she can't. It was so lovely. And when I say I love the visual representations and, the artistic side of the season, this was an example. What a beautiful scene that was with the idol smiles, with the idol winks. Oh my God, it was everything with the idol poses as well. And just notice that they all did their final pose. Uta did Cure Idol's pose, Nana did Cure Wink's pose, Kokoro did Kyun Kyun's pose. And Purirun did a specific pose as well. I wonder if that means something. Just saying, just throwing it out there. And so they keep on training very hard. It is a very intense training. And after that, Purirun just goes and sleeps on Kyu-chan. I love Kyu-chan's participation. It's so cute. And Purirun sleeps on Kyu-chan and, they're very tired, but they're happy that they're able to be training together like that. And then during the night, Uta senses that something is happening. She thinks it's a ghost, but it's actually the goat. Purirun was there training her idol wink. It was something very hard for her. It is still very hard for her. She's trying her best, but she is still not able to succeed in the wink. Cure wink, girl. Teach her. Give her a special class. And that was such a beautiful moment between Uta and Purirun. I feel like both of them are always very high energy. They're always playing around, but they're always very serious about their feelings. And this is one thing I love about both of them. Both Uta and Purirun to me are, Uta is Uta, Purirun is Purirun. They are unapologetically themselves. They do not hide who they are. Never. They are always themselves. And I love that about both of them. And that dialogue, it was so special. It was so beautiful. The way Purirun thanked Uta for including her in Idol PreCure and how her life has changed after finding the PreCures. Because her mission was to go from Kirakiland to Hanamichi Town and find the PreCures. But it was not only that happened. Her whole life has changed and she has lived so many great things. She has made so many great memories with the Idol PreCure, with Uta, with Nana, with Kokoro, and now with Maruran as well. Purirun's life has changed completely and she is so happy. And for her to be included, to be a part, an integral part of the Idol PreCures, for her, this is something huge. And I love how thankful she is for everything that happened and how powerful she believes that this is. Like, girl, what a moment. I just loved every second from that scene. I was in awe. I was in shock. I loved it. It was so beautiful. I really can't. And both of those characters, they're truly amazing. And at that moment, Uta was really able to see how hard Purirun was trying to be on the same level as them. And she was like, Purirun is like, I'm going to keep on trying. And it was like, I'm not going to lose. Kira kirala, kira. Oh my God, I love those two so much. It was really nice. And then on the next day, they are ready to continue their training, but now in a different place. At the same time, we have Team Chokiri. And we have Cuddy watching the group performance. And in his heart, it's clear to him that he is a huge fan of the Idol PreCures. Like, for him, He truly wants to be a fan. He truly wants to enjoy his life as a fan. And when Chokirine appears, we see that he still hides what he was seeing from Chokirine. He just shows that he was checking a cat picture, which is something we all do on the internet. And that was a very funny scene. I loved it. And when Chokirine told him to go attack, he was like, oh, I have a cold. But Zakuri is the one who really has a cold. Poor Zakuri. And then Kari is the one who has to attack. And it's funny how Chokirine does not want to come to attack. Like, she is the boss. She tried to join them for once, but she never attacked by herself. Girl, come on. And then Kari goes. He doesn't want to, but he has to. And while he's there, he sees a big radiance in Tanaka's house. He doesn't know that it's Tanaka's house. He sees a big radiance, and it's actually the idol cures. The idol cures are there. And I love that scene because the girls are there ready to transform and become the idol PreCures, so that they are going to train their performance. And we also see Purirun and Maruran. Maruran is reading a book. I think she is still reading the Heart Kirari Lock book. She's trying to understand what is behind her item. But she doesn't say anything. She's just there. And then Uta gives both Purirun and Maruran a spoon. And I love that the little ribbon is green and pink. I wonder if that means something. Girl, if we have a green and pink duo, I don't know what's going to happen to me. Truly, I don't know what is going to happen to me and my life. I can't. I really can't. And now I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. And Purirun is very happy to get the same spoon as Uta because, like, for her, this is like an opportunity to perform. And Maruran does not care that much, but when she sees that it's something that makes Purirun happy, she gets happy too. And I like it because she is finally able to let go a little bit and to understand Purirun more. Because so far, Maruran has been so obsessed with her idea of Purirun that she isn't really paying attention to what Purirun really loves. She just wants to be around Purirun all the time. She wants Purirun all to herself. But what about Purirun's feelings? And so she is starting to value Purirun's feelings more. And I love the little poetry that she makes when she is talking about Purirun and Purirun's reflection in the spoon. Oh my God, Maruran, you are amazing. And so the cures transform and they start performing, and Kari sees the performance. And when Kari sees the performance, a little before that, he is still debating if he is going to attack or not. And he even thinks of Cure Idol like being very sad that Kari is attacking them. Because in his mind, he loves the idol cures. He is a big fan of idol PreCure. And he does not want to do that, even though he has to do that. That's his nature. And when he watches the performance, that is another scene that I love. Because in the performance, we do not see the performance, but for Kari, he sees how much they're trying. It's not just them transforming and performing. No, they are training. They are trying their best. We even see Kyun saying, this was a good performance, but we can do better. Let's try again. They are giving it their all to be the best performers. They're going to perform on a festival. So for Kari, this is really impactful. And I like it because he does not only see them as performers now. He sees the behind the scenes. He sees them training. He sees them trying hard. And that makes him respect them. Not only be a fan, but he respects them as like the people behind the idols. That was also very nice. And before we go on, let us talk about real idols in another episode of Idol Corner. In today's episode of Idol Corner, we're gonna talk about Tsubaki Factory. Part of the Hello Project family, Tsubaki Factory is currently a 10-member idol group that started in 2015, meaning this year, 2025, it's celebrating their 10th anniversary. Tsubaki Factory is a very versatile group with diverse song styles, a rotating member lineup with graduations and new members, intense live performances, and great dance routines. Tsubaki Factory has an official English name, Camellia Factory. Here are some Tsubaki Factory song recommendations. Konya dake ukareta kata. Baby Spider. Machigai janai, naitari shinai. And my favorite, Teion Yakedo. I love Hello Project groups, and Tsubaki Factory is no different. And so, after watching the Cures perform, Cuddy does not want to attack. He does not want to take part in it anymore. He just doesn't. He sits down and says, "This is not for me. I don't want to do it." He wants to be a fan. He wants to be someone who enjoys the idol PreCure. But he can't. Because there is something that is stronger than him. He wants to have Kira Kira. And he can feel the Kira Kira in his heart. But there is something holding him back. And that something isn't something. It's someone. Or at least someone's power. Dark Ena, the big villain of the season. She appears from his shadow. And she does not let his Kira Kira take over. She suppresses it. And so far I've been wondering, can they not have Kira Kira? Can they just exist having no Kira Kira around them? But that's not the case. Cuddy can live with Kira Kira. He wants to live with Kira Kira. But there's a bigger power behind him, holding him back, which is Dark Ena. She doesn't want him to enjoy the Kira Kira. She suppresses it. And what does she do? She cuts Cuddy's ribbon. That scene shocked me to no end. Because so far, the only time we saw Dark Ena, she didn't at least seem to be someone cruel. But now it is clear she is a true villain. She is holding her henchmen back. They want to be happy. No, you're not going to be happy. You can't be happy. You have to fight for me. You can't enjoy life. You have to fight for me. And that's what she does. She stops the Kira Kira from shining, and she turns him into a monster. Katina, I think. And girl, I was sad. I was very sad. My heart was on the floor right at that moment. And then the Cures arrive to battle, and they have a hard time, obviously, because this is a monster. This is a fusion between a monster and a villain. And unfortunately, the fighting scene in this could have been better. I feel like the emotions were there all the time. The animation, whenever we had it, was cool, but we could have had more. First of all, we had Curewink's barrier. And look, I think it's so effective to have the barrier work in every fight, unless we get a very strong enemy. So with the regular enemies, her barrier always works. But whenever we have stronger enemies like this one, it's not doable for it to work every time. So it's so nice that they only leave the barrier to break in special occasions like this. It really makes it feel strong. And so when the barrier breaks, girl, the animation in that scene, it was so short, but it was so good. It was so good. And it was nice that he did not just break the barrier. He hit her after. It was not like, oh, I broke your barrier and now you're in the ground. No, he hit her after. And then we had Idol and Wink, Idol and Kyun Kyun trying. And Kyun Kyun didn't do much, but Idol, we could have Idol fist punch without stock footage. That was cool. But Idol couldn't do much either. And one weird thing, like, as I said, I think that the fighting scene was basically this. We just had Idol fighting a little bit more. But the weird thing about it is that we, like, Cure Kyun Kyun, she was not hit by Katina. She wasn't. She was hit by Idol. Like, Katina threw Idol in her, and that's it. That was it for Kyun Kyun. Girl, wake up, honey. What's going on? But, you know, I feel like that held the fight a little back. It could have been better. It could have had more fights. They had a little bit of a hard time. And then they woke up whenever they were having a hard time. Meteron noticed that the foe was stronger than usual. And Purirun said, I am part of the Idol Precures. I can fight too. I need to do something. And so Purirun ran towards Katina, and Katina just hit Purirun once. That was enough. I mean, obviously, poor girl, my heart broke once more in that scene. It broke once more. The girls were so shocked that they needed to stand up again and do something, and they did Trio Dreams. And it was nice that they were able to perform the whole Trio Dreams. Cuddy was able to watch the full performance, and I loved that scene when he was like, after Trio Dreams, they do PreCure High Emotion, and they fall in front of the monster. So their backs are in front of the monster. In this case, their backs are in front of Cuddy. So Cuddy watched the Idol Precures in their backs. It was such a beautiful scene. Like, it is, I feel like it's a metaphor. Like, whenever you admire someone and you watch them from afar, you see their backs. It's like the path that they have walked until now. I love this metaphor, and it was so beautiful. But Cuddy, he couldn't be defeated now. He is still battling inside of him. So he had to gather all his power to stop High Emotion from hurting him, and it didn't hurt him. He was back. He was back on his groove. And then he started charging a power. And this power that he was charging, the girls could feel that if that power hit them, they would be in danger. They were scared, but they were ready to do something. But Cuddy, inside his conscience, knew that if he hit them with this power, it would be dangerous for them. And he loves the Idol Precure. And not only he loves them as a fan, he also respects them as professionals. We saw that earlier in this episode. So this feeling inside Cuddy was able to give him a bit of Kira Kira once again. And this tiny Kira Kira was able to make him stop this power. He was able to stop it and go back, leave the fight. And during the fight, Cure Idol noticed that Cuddy was suffering inside Katina. She noticed that there was something wrong with him. And it's clear that they are going to keep on trying. And one of them even says that they're going to keep on singing until they are able to purify Cuddy. And I love that. This is so PreCure. This is so the essence of PreCure. It was truly awesome. And after the fight, Purirun has fainted after the attack. Meteron was crying. Uta was crying. The girls were super worried. But Purirun woke up. So they were very thankful that Purirun woke up. But for Purirun, that messed with her. Purirun is a part of the Idol Precures, but she could not do a thing. And so, on the same day, during the night, we see Meteron. Uta is sleeping, and Meteron is studying. And here we get the other answer to the Heart Kirari lock. We have a legend from Hanamichi Town. The legend from Hanamichi Town is, if you swear your love to your loved one, to your sweetheart, with the Heart Kirari lock, you will be together forever. But there is another legend that seems to be the legend from Kiraki Land, which is a different legend. In this legend, it says that the Heart Kirari lock is not something for you to swear your love to it. and then your love will exist forever. That's not the case. You will talk, you will say what you wish the most to another person, to your loved one, and the heart kirari lock will grant you a wish. That's what the heart kirari lock is going to do. And while Madoran is studying, is reading, Purirun is ready to leave. She opens the window and she's leaving, but Madoran sees her. Purirun looks at Madoran and starts crying. She says that she could not do anything. She couldn't help the idol PreCures, and she has to go back to Kiraki Land. It's unclear why she has to go back to Kiraki Land. I wonder if there is something there. I wonder if Purirun is going to search for something to be able to help the PreCures. Maybe she knows the legend of the heart kirari lock and she wants the wish. Or maybe it's something else that we don't know about. I'm very curious now, and I feel like the most painful thing is to see Purirun crying after trying so hard, after doing everything she could. And I am sure we, the viewers, know the girls do not blame Purirun for what happened. No one blames Purirun, but Purirun blames Purirun. Purirun wanted to be helpful. And during the fight, Purirun wasn't, but Purirun can't be helpful during the fight because she does not have any power like the girls, like the Cures. But she wants to be helpful. And she is now sad and desperate. Everything she built, was it all for nothing? That's how she's feeling. All of the great moments that she has with Uta, with Nana, with Kokoro, with the idol PreCures, and with Madoran, and with Tanaka, and with Q-chan, everything is gone in Purirun's mind. Her value is lost. What can Purirun do? Purirun's answer for now is go to Kiraki Land. And as I said, I have no idea why. But I'm curious, very curious to discover this next week. Oh my God, how am I going to be able to survive a week without you and Idol PreCure? Truly something. This season is truly something. Now I am hooked with Purirun. Like now I close my eyes, I see Purirun crying. This image will not leave my head until next week. I'm sure Purirun will find something because Purirun is great. Purirun is amazing. Purirun is the best. I just don't know what to say. I love Purirun, and I'm wishing that Purirun is able to find the answer that she is seeking in Kiraki Land. As I said, I don't know why she's going there. But wow. Just wow. I have nothing else to say. The only thing is that the fighting scene could have been a little better. But we've been getting great fighting scenes in the last few episodes, so I'm happy. But I feel like this one deserved something. And I wonder what's going to happen. Like, are the girls going to keep on singing to Cuddy? We still do not have the festival. When is the festival happening? What are they going to do? Are they going to keep on training so they can go against Cuddy the next time? Are they going to be able to purify Cuddy? Girl, I'm rooting for Cuddy as well. So many questions. Oh my God. Anyways, babies, this was my view on episode 16 from You and Idol PreCure. First of all, I just want to say I'm sorry. This video is kind of long. And also thank you to the members from the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you're a member here on YouTube, on Patreon, on Throne, thank you very much for your support. And if you've watched the episode, thank you so much as well. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.